Whoa, whoa. Hello, all of you wonderful Swatch people, my Swatch fiends. I feel like I start all my videos this way, that it's been a while, but I have gotten something so cool. I have decided to come out of hiding. Not really hiding, it's just been really good as far as working and all that being a grown-up stuff goes. But getting straight into it, I have some family in Switzerland, and my brother sent me a message. He's like, hey, I'm at this vintage store and they just have dozens of swatches everywhere. And I was like, say more, please. And he said, yeah, he just sent me this kind of wide shot photo and said, are there some of these that you would like? And so it's really grainy. And I just kind of pointed out 5 of them and I said, those are the ones. And he's like, yep, okay. He got them and I just got the box in. So let's get into it. Get my implement of destruction. Ooh, a little tape on there and a little dog hair. Yeah, so these are all, it's kind of weird to say that they are vintage because it doesn't feel vintage to me because I remember when some of these came out, but be that as it may, they are older. Yeah, I mean, these watches are 20, 30 years old. So first peek. Oh, and before I get into it, I've got my Jeremy Scott. Oh boy, this one's from at least 10 years ago. And for you eagle-eyed viewers out there, you might notice that the band is slightly different. The one that it came with, I did get this one off of a used eBay type sale, and it was missing the little keeper. So I bought a replacement band, and I don't know if it was the way they had stored it, but this one, the band had just turned to mush. It turns to just goo, and everything it touches also turns into goo. It's horrible. So I had to just really clean my hands and clean all of this up. So I've got this nice Jeremy Scott one restored. Okay, so they are packaged in there quite nicely. Yep. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. So I actually have not seen them. So this is the first time I'm looking at them, and I'm gonna go straight for it. This first one, I set these down so I don't drop them. Yep. Don't mind me. Okay, so this first one is the very first one that caught my eye, and I was like, is that what I think it is? And it's human fish. If you've watched some of my videos, I have 2 types of swatches that I love. The first one are those like really artistic, usually the darker tones, the black kind of watches. And I don't want to say they're easier to wear, but when you've got like a more muted kind of watch and you tend to wear a lot of black, then it matches pretty well. So I've got those, and then the second kind are these just off-the-wall baddie designs that I love. I love them. It's absolutely absurd. So this one, I want to say it's from 1991, and it's got this little suction cup backing on it, and then you have the actual watch that you can wear. And he's got these little fins, like look at that. And I think the original idea is that you would just have it as wall decor, so you can suction it on, which I think I am. I'm gonna suction it on my Swatch display case. And I'm really delighted. The band itself seems to still be flexible, so I think I can still wear this. All right, I'm gonna take this one off. Get a little admiring for that. Oh, and you notice that this portion is broken as well, but it still works and it's still gorgeous, gorgeous. My little college students, they love this one. I've gotten a lot of compliments on it. Okay, so I know this isn't the way that you do it, but I want to see if it works. I've got human fish here. You've got this under actual watch portion of it, and then you've got this outer green sticky portion. Oh, it's so close. I really wish I could wear it this way. Sea Monster is one of my all-time favorites. It's this, I might have worn it before. If not, I'll do a video of that one. But I love when they're just ridiculous. Could I wear it this way? Possibly, but yeah, that's a display piece. Oh, if you didn't know, although I suspect if you found this niche channel, you probably do know that you can go to a Swatch shop, and it doesn't matter how old that Swatch is, they will clean it up and replace the batteries for you. So my brother actually, though he was in Switzerland, had flown to Canada and ended up going to a Swatch shop there and getting everything cleaned up. So they all have brand new batteries. Okay, next one. This one I think is the newest. So it's brand new in packaging. I remember when this one came out. It's called Color Explosion, and I want to say it's from, you know what? I'm gonna cheat because I wrote down the date on this one. 2013. So my gosh, it's actually 11 years old now. Yeah, original case. It's gonna pop that open. Slip this one out. This is the older style jewel case that they do. Has the original Swiss tags on it. And, oh, I don't know if you can see this. It's this blue color, but it's ever so slightly translucent because it is silicone. And so it has almost this purplish hue to it. Loving, you know, it's like blurple, so bluish and purple. And this contrasting like neon orange, I'm living for it because the louder it is, the better. All right, favorite part, I don't want to say I don't often get to do this, but I do have a lot of the older used swatches, and I also, you know, I wear all of my watches, even the fancy expensive ones. So here we go. Oh, got its little cover off. Oh, and it's so neat. Yep, so just a really nice color explosion one. This is a very wearable watch, I would say, for anyone who just likes a regular watch with a little color. It's a much more approachable one. So there's that. Next one in our box of goodies, I'm going to go for this little guy. And I know that this one is Picnic. Picnic was from, let me think about this, 2001? I could be wrong on that one. I think about 2001. So, you know, Y2K Swatch fashion was insane. The first Swatch that wasn't just one I found in a thrift store that I actually went online and purchased is, oh shoot, what's it called? I'll think of it. But it's got grass, it's got astroturf, and it's got little ants around it, and was part of the Swatch Club. And I saw it, and that's the one that made me fall in love with swatches. I'm like, this is absurd. So this has a very similar feel. Oh my gosh. This one also still has the protective screen cover on it. You collectors are going to be so mad at me. All right, so this one has this really fuzzy astroturf. So instead of being plastic and grassy, it's fuzzy, and it's on this kind of leatherette sort of band. Oh my gosh, look at this little car. I'm going to do it this way. All right, so we have this little car. Oh my gosh, this is going to make a beautiful video. I'm going to be cross-eyed the entire time just staring at everything. Look how cute that is. I'm going to die. So you've got this little car going off to its picnic, and you've got some swimmers in this lake. Yeah, we're doing it. Ready? Oh my gosh. If you hear grumbling, those are the buddies, the little puggy guys are hanging out at my feet. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I am going to take off this color explosion. You know, I always thought that it was blue every time I saw it online, but I don't know. I really think it's more of a purple. Anyway, goes with my outfit. Thank you, thank you. Let's see how wearable Picnic actually is. Surprisingly wearable. Okay, I will wear this one, and it is keeping time. This one was also cleaned up at the Swatch Doctor at one of the Swatch spots. One of the saddest things about living where I do is there's no Swatch store anywhere in the state. So sad for me. Where we're going. A little harder to push it when it's on the wrist. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, Picnic. Next one we have. This one I have actually followed this watch on eBay because I really wanted it. I'm curious to see if this one is the battery or automatic version because I don't know. I think it's called High Beam, and I want to say it's from 1992. Let me see if I wrote that one down. It's 1991. All right. So this is the even older casing that they have. if you're looking at some of those 80s and 90s swatches. A little harder to open. Here we have high beam, original paperwork and everything. And this one is the battery version. Okay. I could be wrong on that one, but I do think that this is one where they did the automatic and the battery. I've actually really liked the automatic watches. This might be blasphemy, but I have been getting into a little bit more of some of these other Swiss watches. But I mean, the starting points for these are like $5,000 to $10,000 for the ones that I'm looking at. Things like Christopher Ward and Chrono Swiss, I really like. But, oh, and then of course Omega. I have to say, Swatch, you sneaky little thing, by doing the Omega collaboration and the Blancpain collaboration, I have actually managed to get a few of those, a few of the Blancpain and a few of the Moon swatches. And yeah, they've gotten me into Omega for sure. So, but you know, it's hard to justify when I'm like, I could buy 50 swatches or this one other watch. So we'll see, maybe eventually. With these early 90s ones, one of my favorite thing that they weren't doing, except I take that back because they just released the Neon collection and they have brought back this ridged kind of strap, which I adore. I love the texture. It's this goes in my like black with an unusual feature collection of Swatch versus super bright absurd Swatch. So it's got that ridging on the strap. It's got this really unique numbering system. Is it the 6 and the 8? Yes, and then where the 12 is, it has that little triangular cutout. And if you notice on the hands, it's turquoise and the writing is in purple. It's just perfect. It's those like turquoise purple, that 90s feel. I'm just eating this up. And then I didn't know this. So the case itself, when you look at it, it looks black, but if I hold it up to the light, it's actually a clear smoke. And then as a callback to that, it does have this clear loop and tongue. I'm sorry, that's not the loop. The clear tongue and the buckle. And yeah, this is classic one, definitely going in the rotation. And last one, let me see, over here. Last one. Okay, I saw this one, and the other four I had seen before, and I was familiar with them. This one, it goes into the collage category of Swatch in my brain, where Swatch will do these like mishmashes of all the other bands, and they've done this a number of times for the club watches, and I had to look this one up because if you notice, it says 100 million on the dial. Again, this is from this little tiny picture, and I don't know if these videos are going to look any different. I actually finally upgraded to a really nice phone. Not a phone plug. This happens to be the Samsung S24 Ultra, and it's got really good camera stuff. So we'll see how it goes. But one of the cool features about it, getting back to my initial tangent, is you can use the AI to just circle and search, and I use that thing every day. So when I go through these vintage like Swatch lot photos, I can just like circle them and then find out what they are. So this one is called 100 million, and I don't know if it was released as a full special or if it was just for the workers, but this is when in 1992, I'm gonna say, they had already sold 100 million swatches, which is insane, just to think about. If you don't know even a little bit of the lore of Swatch as a brand, it really helped to bring back the Swiss watchmaking industry in 1983. Quartz watches were sort of a dirty word there, but it made the watches affordable to the masses. It made them fun, it made them really cool, made them so you could wear multiple on a wrist, which I love to do. And I could probably spend another 20 minutes just going through all the different bands here. And then it has that photo, and I don't know if it's the workers or what it is, but it's a celebratory watch. Probably this one is more of like my collector style. I like it, but I don't wear these as often because, like I said, if something's crazy and really loud, I'm probably going to go for that one first. But it's like a really nice, more subtle, early 90s swatch. You can see that neon, those neon hands, all three are that neon yellow. And yeah, overall, a really, really nice one. It actually, oddly enough, reminds me a bit of the Annie Leibovitz one that's part of like the photography series with like the Olympic racers. Maybe I'll do a video on that one where you have just like these little sectioned off photograph areas. So, ooh, okay, let me see if I can, how many of these I can get on. I guess I shouldn't have taken that one off. Let's see, swatch time. So all in all, this is a fantastic, I guess, treasure trove of these vintage watches. I really wish that, if you can't tell by my horrible accent, I am from the United States, and if they just don't have a lot of swatches here. You can order the ones online, but Swatch has been really particular about just having those limited releases. They're hard to get. You have to go in person. I do fly to places specifically to get some of these watches, which is kind of absurd. That's actually how I eventually got the Blancpain. Is I had to go to, let me think. First one I got was in either Dallas or Austin. No. The first one my brother actually got in Switzerland. The next one I got when I was at a conference in Las Vegas, and I saw that they had a Swatch store, and in between the conference sessions, I would just like bolt and run to the store because they're like, well, we might get some in a couple hours. So I did manage to get one of the Blancpain that way. And then I got another moon swatch when I went to Texas. So let's see if I can have the coordination. Oh, I'm not going to be coordinated for this. Yep. Come on, left hand. You could do it. Yeah, we could pretend that's on. Maximum swatches. So this is not a bad setup. I could actually wear that one. This, I might have to take off the little outer portion. Oh, I didn't know if I mentioned this one. You could actually unclip the watch portion from this little green guy. So, the same thing I always say. You can like this, you can subscribe, you can do the little alert because I'm very infrequent with my videos. So if you want to know when comes up, you'll have to be surprised. Doesn't matter to me. I just do this for fun and for the love of the chase, I suppose. It's interesting. I think it's been, oh man, it's been probably 15 years now that I've been collecting swatches, and I really like just where they've been going with all of these collaborations and all of the different callbacks, I'm going to say, especially with these like last two neon collections they've released. It's been amazing. Anyway, tell me which one is your favorite and which one has been your absolute best like thrift store find. You know what? I don't know if I want to say, but I will. These were so cheap. They were like between 15 and 25 euro, which I think is really, really good, especially when you're thinking like new. These were about $60 to $70 or euro. I know the exchange rate's not the same, but Swatch is interesting where they actually keep the same price, whether it's in the Swiss, euro or the Swiss franc or in dollars. So I guess you could kind of play the game and decide which country you're going to buy it in and get a little bit better of a deal or not, depending on the exchange rate. But really, you just have to buy them when you find them. All right, I hope you have a fantastic time hunting, and I will talk to you sometime in the future.